Good morning, folks. It's a little dark out here this morning. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting outside here just looking at my birds, drinking a cup of coffee. But, I wanted to share this with everybody out there, on TikTok or on YouTube, about making a selection, when it comes to picking out a show, for your show. The first thing you really got to concentrate on before you go to pick out a show is the health of your animal. And a lot of these birds right now, they are molting. Okay, so during the molt, you got to go up in your protein level, so that it can help the feather out, and you got to make sure that your chickens have plenty of moisture because here in South Texas, it's really hot, and other places as well. So the molt puts a lot of stress on your animals because of the heat and the molt. Okay, and what happens is the blood gets depleted from the body so that the feather is able to grow. So when you're depleting the body of blood, the feather is actually taking up the blood from inside of the body of your animal. Okay, and this is why sometimes they get real weak and they go into stress. So the best thing you can do for your animal during the molt is make sure he has plenty of shade and plenty of moisture. And as far as your protein level, it's good to up the protein level during the molt. That way, your feather, and the body can receive the right amount of protein that he needs to grow healthy feathers. Another thing is getting back to making a selection, is when you go to make selection, you base your selection around, the health of your animal, the flesh of your animal. Checking, body fat is real important when you go to make a selection. You don't want to start off with birds that are overweight or that are carrying a lot of excessive weight, because it's just too hard to bring them down in weight, especially if you're going to put them into a show. So what you need to do is make sure that when you check your roosters, if you got them in pins or if you got them on tie cords, check their weight, check to see if they're carrying fat, and like I said earlier in some of my videos, you take your index finger and you take your thumb and right towards the back of the vent, you pinch, on both sides of the vent. If you can feel both of your fingers touch when you're pinching, well, he's right. But if you pinch and you can't touch your fingers, you can't feel them when you're pinching, then he's carrying a lot of weight, and it's going to be real hard for you to knock him down, let's say in 3 weeks, if you're running him through a 3-week keep. So make sure that they are healthy. Make sure that their plumage is already fully grown and they don't have any green feathers, and make sure that they're not carrying any fat. Okay, and this is just something that I wanted to share with the beginners out there. I know there's a lot of things to be learned, and you have to start off right, and this is just something that I feel is real important is selection, and another thing is, there's no rule in the book saying that when you go to pick a show, they all have to be full brothers. Okay, you go based on the abilities and the health of an animal before you get them ready to put into a show. I want to thank everybody for following me on YouTube and all my TikTokers out there. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching me.